Tony Atkins is live in Kenosha with us tonight. And Tony, there is little common ground after a case that's this polarizing.
Well, Steve, you know, this is a decision that no matter which way the jury went, it would have upset a lot of people, and that it did. Ryan Conkey said he did combat service in Iraq, and he also was here at the holiday parade here in Waukesha. He said the chaos he saw yesterday was comparable to his time in the war.
Tony, it is really quiet here at the courthouse. What's it like where you are?
That's right. Right now, Steve, there's a sense of dejection, but there's also this sense that people need to move forward.
To bring in Tony Atkins now, you actually spoke with the uncle of one of those children as she continues her fight. Just so many emotions today, Tony.
That's right. Today was just a very emotional day. I spoke with the uncle, Ryan. He says he was at the parade, and so was his sister. He was there with his family. She was there with her family.
But for the girlfriend of Anthony Huber, the second man Rittenhouse shot and killed, the trial is about accountability.
I think that real justice, honestly, would be at the bare minimum, just some consequence.
Hannah Giddings and her boyfriend Anthony Huber were here in Kenosha protesting the shooting of Jacob Blake. That night, Anthony Huber would be shot and killed. And tonight, as everyone awaits a verdict, I spoke with Hannah about the trial and what she wants to see happen.
That's an agitation. That's insensitive.
Tense moments outside of the Kenosha County Courthouse Tuesday. This as the world awaits a verdict in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. For Hannah Giddings, it brings back feelings of when she last saw her boyfriend Anthony Huber. As we walked to the courthouse Tuesday, she talked about reliving the moments when Huber was shot and killed by Rittenhouse.
It's been more traumatic than I really thought it would be. Like, we all knew the trial was coming, obviously.
The defense says Huber attacked Rittenhouse with a skateboard and he killed Huber in self-defense. The prosecution and Hannah say Huber was trying to disarm Rittenhouse. Hannah says she expected Huber's actions to be more of a focus during the trial.
I just feel like he was so underrepresented in this trial, and I don't think that's fair, because what he did was assess an active shooter situation, and he was just that type of man.
Had he succeeded in what he was doing, what would have happened, you think?
If he would have gotten that gun away, I think he maybe would have held on to it. I don't think he probably would have thrown it or anything like that.
Sure.
But his main goal was clearly to just stop this kid from running away from what he had just done, which was murdering Joseph Rosenbaum.
And no matter the outcome of the trial, Hannah says she wants to make sure that protesters continue to feel safe standing up for what they believe in. Reporting in Kenosha, Tony Atkins, TMJ4 News.
Tony Atkins is live in Kenosha with us tonight. And Tony, there is little common ground after a case that's this polarizing.
Well, Steve, you know, this is a decision that no matter which way the jury went, it would have upset a lot of people, and that it did today. The folks standing outside the courthouse today very upset about this decision, and I spoke with protesters on both sides of this issue about how they feel about today's verdict.
Hands down, fist up.
A moment of silence for protesters opposed to today's verdict. This time in honor of Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber, the men killed last August by Kyle Rittenhouse.
May the jury find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
The decision puzzling for some who say justice for Huber and Rosenbaum was not served.
I just wanted the people who never seen that it wasn't justice before see that it really don't work.
This case has torn the veil off of the system of oppression.
But not everyone felt the same way. After the verdict, Rittenhouse supporter Brandon Letzko stood alone atop a guardrail at the steps of the courthouse holding a Free Kyle sign.
I haven't been protesting at all. I've been out here trying to support the Rittenhouse family, and it's been really rewarding.
Do you see this as a point where we can reflect regardless of what we believe in and really start a dialogue?
I would hope so. I'm going to tell you, I was out here today. Maybe 10% of the people will have dialogue with me, and the other 90% just will yell profanities at me, and they came in with closed minds on the trial.
These are superheroes.
And as the names of Rosenbaum and Huber are remembered, people People here say that dialogue means nothing if the system doesn't treat people of color and white people equally in courts of law.
If America is supposed to represent equality and justice on a scale, there was no balance for either. Sure.
And there will be more protesting. I did speak with Justin Blake, the uncle of Jacob Blake. He says this Sunday at 2 p.m. they plan to do another march and protest here in Kenosha. For now, I'm reporting live. Tony Atkins, TMJ4 News. Ryan Conkey said he did combat service in Iraq, and he also was here at the holiday parade here in Waukesha. He said the chaos he saw yesterday was comparable to his time in the war.
This was very similar. And it was the first thing that it reminded me of, was seeing all those bodies and everything.
But this time, Ryan Conkey was in the middle of a holiday parade with his family, including his 11-year-old niece, Jesselyn.
I knew my sister and her family is a part of the Waukesha Dance Extreme team. They had just passed us a few minutes prior.
Moments later, chaos as police say 39-year-old Darrell Brooks drove into the crowd.
He hesitated for a moment, only a moment, and then he just gunned it from there.
Jesselyn was one of dozens hit. She's now in ICU suffering serious internal injuries. Ryan remembers the moments he saw his niece after running into the crowd.
She was laying in the middle of Five Corners, downtown Waukesha. I was caressing her. And unfortunately, my children were with me, and they seen it too.
Ryan is hopeful all victims recover and looks forward to seeing his niece back dancing again.
She loves everybody in her dance group. You know, it's just hard to see all this going on and to know that somebody that was a part of almost my everyday life is now in this situation.
Ryan says there is a GoFundMe page set up for his niece. For more information on that, you can visit our website, TMJ4.com. For now, I'm reporting in Waukesha. Tony Atkins, TMJ4 News. After Sunday's tragic events, we got to look inside where many of those items left behind are being kept. A lost and found after tragedy. People finding and hauling their belongings away after Sunday's parade in Waukesha. Inside a room at the Waukesha Parks Department building, dozens of chairs, strollers, blankets, and other items ready for pickup.
We attempted to pick up a chair, but it was not salvageable, so.
Unfortunately for Caitlin Dahl and her niece, 7-year-old Layla, they leave with nothing. But they are thankful knowing they're alive, especially after learning the chair they were looking for was destroyed in the crash.
I went to a store and then we had to duck down. But I was brave.
Caitlin says seeing all of the abandoned items is harrowing.
To have this person just come through and not even have any regard for anybody else just breaks my heart.
Following the tragedy, there's hope for these two. 7-year-old Layla with a word for the survivors and a community mourning.
I would say it's okay. It's okay. God is protecting you.
What do you say in response to that?
I don't even know. She's so sweet.
Words of hope from a very small messenger counting her own blessings tonight. Reporting in Waukesha, Tony Atkins, TMJ4 News.